Called bossy instead of having leadership skills like author, CEO Sheryl Sandberg suggests as these women enter the workplace, communicating and speaking up and feeling part of the conversation can really be a challenge without being labeled bossy.
Yeah, and labels, not good either way. So we've got Michelle McCullough here. She's back to share 4 ways that women can find their voice and speak up in an organization. This is so important. So first of all, what's just your main, advice for finding the voice in whatever organization you're in?
I think, and these tips can work for men and women, but I think specifically for women who feel like they may not be heard, start by just contributing, being part of the conversation, giving and sharing ideas, and just participating more. If there's a committee you can sign up for, do that. I think that whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, sometimes it's easy to say, oh, well, I'm going to let the extroverts do that. But even if it doesn't feel 100% comfortable for you, contribute to your organization so that people can get to know you and work with you and grow in that chemistry a little bit.
Okay, so when there are problems, how can women and really anyone best contribute?
So my suggestion and tip is to be a solution provider, not a complainer. Okay. And it's really easy to go in. There's lots of challenges in organizations to say, this isn't working, this isn't working, this isn't working. But then that can be really hard on leadership. It feels like you're complaining. It almost feels toxic. But if you can say, hey, I've noticed this is an issue. Here are a couple of solutions. Even if you don't have the ability to affect change, every single boss that I talk to says that they wish every employee they had would just be more of a solution provider and be somebody who's willing to solve problems rather than just create them.
Interesting. So what if you are a person that has good ideas, but you're not getting credit for them, or someone's sabotaging you, maybe taking your good ideas?
This is the #1 complaint that we hear at our events for women, is that they will give an idea in a meeting, and then the same meeting just minutes later or even a week later, somebody will give the same idea and take credit for it. And so I think it's okay to stand up for your voice and say that that was your idea in the first place, but saying something like, thank you for validating my idea, and listing them by name is better than, hey, that was my idea in a meeting. And so just figuring out how to say things, and if you find this happening a lot, one of my best tips is to practice saying some things in advance. So instead of waiting for it to come, like if you're in a terrible situation and they always seem to have an answer, give yourself permission to say, hey, I'm going to think about that and come back to you in a day. So prepare yourself to be passionate in your organization without being emotional. Okay. And that can be tricky, but if you prepare, I think you'll find that you'll feel more confident in some of those sticky situations.
Okay, these are fabulous, fabulous ideas, and I know you are full of them. You have many more. Where can people go for more information?
Okay, so I always have resources available on my website, but then we also have an organization for women called Power Women, and it's powerwomenlead.com. We have an event coming up on May 8th where we talk about all kinds of high performance mentoring specifically for professional women, and so it's a really great conversation. We love men, but sometimes when you get women together, there's different conversations you can have, and you can support each other in professional goals and aspirations that just is really empowering. So we love to create those type of events.
Awesome.
I love that.
Yeah, so
we
great.
need to support one another. We really do.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thanks.